Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name's Tracy Steen. This workout today, we're focusing on thighs. All right, adductors, abductors, all of those thigh muscles, that's what we're targeting. Your format is going to be 45 seconds of work with 15 seconds in between. We'll repeat everything for 3 rounds to get some good progressive overload on those muscles. You'll also require that variety of dumbbells, so here are the dumbbells that I'm using in today's session, but as always, lift within your own abilities. I'll start you with the warm-up, we'll end with the cool down, and don't forget, we do have our new Summer Strong program. If you're looking for weekly workout schedules in advanced or beginner, click or tap the card at the top of the screen or check in the description below. All right, are you ready to move daily? Let's go. All right, strength training on the watch, thighs. Let's hinge forward slightly at the leg. We're gonna lift out to the side, do a little abduction, 15 a leg. Here we go, and up. All right, warming everything up, and then we'll move right into it. We'll hit some inner thigh. We'll hit that outside of the leg. 5 more here. Whew, see, fire already. Switch sides and lift up. 15. 5 more here. Good. Take it wide. A little side to side lunge. Let's drop the shoulder toward the opposite knee. One more here. All right, let's stay wide and we're just gonna bring our elbows down toward the ground in the center here, just stretching the hamstrings and lower back a little. Okay, drop as low as you can. Can I get my elbows down there? Almost. All right, and come over to the left side. Give that a nice stretch. And swing over to the right. Knees are soft here. Nice. Okay, let's go into a static lunge, pelvic tilt, and drop for 10. Let's warm up that hip flexor a bit. One more here, and switching legs, tilt and drop. And there's my 10. And I'll stay wide, hand to toe tap right here. There's 10, and some hip openers, up and around. Two more here. And let's just do some heel digs. Sweep the ground. Alternate sides. Last here. And some knee grabs just to finish off with. Just grab that knee up. Nice little inner thigh stretch here. Switch. You might need something for balance. This can be a little bit tippy. And switch. And one more here. Okay, finishing with the torso turn. Oh. Feels good. I did arms yesterday and boy, They are feeling it. I needed only lower body today. So that's what we got. Very nice. Okay, there's the first set. Grab your dumbbells, here we go. All right, we're starting with that sumo squat sweep. Sumo squat sweep. I'm gonna hold the 20, wide stance, okay? Feet face the front, we'll sweep, I'll call half. Here we go, drop it low and sweep right here. So that sweep is a flush foot facing the ceiling. Try to keep your torso facing the front. Just hit that inner thigh here. Of course, that low squat, we target a bit of those adductor muscles as well. Last one on this side. Now switch your sweep. Okay, I'll hold that same 20. I'm gonna do a curtsy lunge with a leg lift. Okay, you can tap if the leg lift feels too tippy, and I'll call half. Holding at 20, you're tall. We drop it into the curtsy and lift, curtsy and lift. Curtsy doesn't have to be too grand, just a slight diagonal behind. Last one on this side, switch your leg. Okay, set that down. We'll do a little plie hop so you can pulse, walk, pulse, and back. That's gonna be your low impact. I'm gonna jump things out. You're here, pulse and jump, pulse and back. Okay, round two. Stay there. I'll stick with the 20. That was a hearty start, wasn't it? Right out of the blocks. Wide stance. Drop here and sweep. Last one on this side. Switch your sweep. And into your curtsy lunge. Heart rate's up already. Right like that. I'll call half on this as well. Remember, you can lift or tap and drop it low. There we go. Little balance required here. One more here. And switch. into your plie hop or walk. Knees are out over the toes, shoulders back, repulse and jump or walk. Round 3. Whew. That is warming up those legs already. Wider stance and drop. Switch your sweep. Nice, curtsy. Let's stick with the 20 the whole time. It's feeling good. All right, nice and tall, not too drastic. And we drop and lift. I like the counterbalance of this one. Good to practice that balance. Last one on this side. Switch. Mercy. Let's go into that plie hop. Then we'll take a little water break. Okay, before circuit 2, wide and drop. Great start, everyone. Okay, pause if you need a longer rest. Take a look at the screen, grab your weights, grab your mini band if you have it. That's what's coming up next. I'll take that very light mini band, very light, above the knees. We're gonna go into the clamshell. This can be done without a band, it'll still be substantial. All right, on your elbow, you'll pop up and come down. 45 aside. Let's work. Okay, so we don't have to go too fast because we're gonna be here for a full 45 seconds. If you wanna mod this even more, you're here. Okay, you don't have to activate that glute down there, but it is good. That full Monty is fantastic. Yeah, so this without a band, still challenging, okay? That's why I use a very light band. I wanna be able to open that clamshell nice and wide. but you need 45 a side here. I'm just feeling it now. Well, that was not the cat's meow. I don't know what was. Okay, switch sides. On the elbow, and up you go. Of course, a little bit of glute activation on that lower side as well. Okay, but that abduction, hitting those abductor muscles. Whew, fire in the hole. Millie. I'm going into a goblet squat. I'll just keep my band there. It's not going to add very much tension, but enough. I'll hold it 25. Feet are shoulder width apart. Drop it nice and low. Now you might be like, this is a glute exercise. Actually, the amount of adductor activation is incredible in a deep squat. Okay, those inner thighs. Great recruitment. Don't believe me? Look up the study Brett Contreras, PhD, did on this low squat and what it activates. Put your mind in those inner thighs. Yes, glutes as well, but nice. Wowza. I'm going into ice skaters. I'll just leave the band here. You can modify with a low tap pause. Low tap pause. Okay, activating both inner, outer. I'm jumping, I'll pause. Pause. Working on some stability here as well by having control before I jump again. You could take the band off, work faster if you wish. I like mine right here. Okay, back to clamshell. $45 per side. Here we go. Ten more seconds, stay on this side. Ah, good. Switch, hug. Here we go, and we lift. into your goblet squat. I'll hold that 30. Pushing the floor apart with your feet. And you're keeping your knees equal distance apart, like there's a piece of rebar in between them, okay? Very good. Whew. Ice skaters. Low impact or high, with or without a band. I'm going slow and low. Well, high impact, but low to the ground. Super flat back. Down to the ground, round 3. That is a heart rate kicker. And work. Stay with me on this side. Switch. Give those legs a hug. They need it. Okay, here we go. And pop. Seconds. Oh, that burn is setting in, but stay in the pocket with me. Come on. Come on, come on. Up to your goblet. I'll go back to my 30. 30. Nice. Finishing with that ice skater. Okay. Hinge here. I'm trying to bring my arm and my leg into that same plane. Okay, so my back leg, front arm is in the same plane rather, with that stationary leg. It's hard. Okay, grab some water. Take a look at the screen, and there's your next circuit. Pause if you need a longer rest. Starting with that frog press abduction. This can be done without a band as well. You're on your back. I've got my light band above the knees. We're gonna bring those legs in and then open and abduct right there. Here we go. Hands can be behind your back or underneath your bottom, okay? That's fine too to support lower back. Now, to make this a little bit more challenging, you could put that band under the knees. Feet are together and knees fall open, and then you hit that abduction at the top. Okay, I'm ditching the band, going into my 3-point squat. Low impact, you're here, 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 and then the other side. I'm jumping, narrow, a little bit wider, widest, wider, narrow. So 3 points, keep it going, try not to come out of that squat. Of course, you could go right into low impact if you need, all right? Whew. Ouch. Side lunge twist. I'll call half in this. I'm gonna hold a 15. Deep side lunge into that torso twist. Here we go. Reach it low, twist. Same side. Good. Last one here. All right, take a step, switch your hand, lunge, and twist. Hi. Okay, back to the top. I'm putting that band on again for my frog press, abduction. I'll keep it above my knees, and I like the hands under the bottom. Frog it here, extend, abduct. Of course, you could lift your head up if you wish. That's fine too. I feel like I'm really gonna feel those because of the fighting of the gravity. Interesting. I'll leave this on right now for my jumps and work 3-point here, here, here. That was tougher, that round. Okay, side lunge. This is very thigh-centric. Here we go, and. Last one on this side. All right, take a step, switch your hands. Take a step in the right direction, Tracy. Okay, round 3. I'm gonna try it under, see how that frog does. Here we go, frog. Oh, abduct. All right, that's fine. Mercy. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I got it. I know what I'm doing. Menopause brain. Here we go. Side lunge. Whew. That is shaky leg syndrome. SLS, shaky leg syndrome. Here we go, reach. Last one on this side, switch. There she goes. Very nice. Pause, grab a drink. Last circuit coming up. I'm starting with that cross step up with my bench. If you don't have that, you can simply do a diagonal lunge side to side. I'll hold my 12s here and I'll call half. Foot is up, nice and tall, and we step up and cross behind. Now, if you have any knee issues, this is probably not a good idea, right? Just be careful not to cross too far. I'm super close to my bench, but if you don't feel good about it, please just use the floor like I showed. Whew, that's fire. Switching legs. If you're on the floor, switch as well. And moving into your low side-to-side lunge. You could do it up high with the weight here. I'm gonna come down super low. Okay, so whatever feels good for your inner thighs. Here we go. Low side to side, or you're up high on that side to side. I'm pushing body weight here, so I don't need extra weight for myself. But if you're strong and you want to hold one here, feel free. I need the balance. Okay, make your way to the ground. Sideline inner thigh leg lift or sideline leg lift. I'll call half, we'll switch sides. Little core and abs here as well. Leg is up and we lift and lift. Foot is flexed, targeting that inner thigh, holding weight on that external thigh here, that's external area. Whew. Almost there. 2, 1 and flip. Lift and touch. Three, 2, 1. Round 2. I'll go back to my bench. You could do the stationary lunge. I am so sweaty. This is good. I'll call half, tall, push straight up, and cross behind, and cross behind. Switch legs. All right, low side lunge. Or high, up to you. Wide. Here we go. Whoops, don't tip back. I'm trying not to come up, just migrating across, keeping those thighs activated. A lot of you won't be able to do this. That's okay. It's really hard. You gotta have really good hip and knee flexibility. So like I said, just do the side to side lunge or lunge rocker. That's totally fine. I just wanted to try something different, and I'm sure I'll feel this tomorrow. Zoinks. On the ground, leg lifts here. Leg is up, and we reach. Last here, and flip it, and work. Round 3, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm so sweaty, I can't believe it. It's those little jumps, you know? They just kick things up, don't they? You're tall, push straight up, and a slight cross behind. Last one here, switch sides, push. Okay, low lunge. Wide, and work. I could have done one more, but I'm like watching the clock. Please end. Okay, I can't wait to stretch this out. This has been good, but extending. Extending, stretchy. I feel like I want to close my legs for 10 hours. Sorry. You know what I mean though, if you're doing it. It's like, oh, well, we've targeted those areas. No one can say we haven't. 3, 2, 1, and flip it. All right, last 20 seconds. Work hard. 10 seconds. Stay with me. All right, let's count. In 3, 2, 1, and done. You move daily in your thigh workout. Stay tuned for a stretch. That was work. Don't forget to pick up our new Summer Strong calendar workout schedule. Click or tap the link in the comments below. In the description below. Somewhere below. Make your way down to the ground. Remember I said I just want to cross my legs. Let's cross at the knee. Grab those ankles, draw them down toward you. Nice little glute stretch, but also working that IT band, lengthening through there. Oh, stretch that out. Yeah, that was a lot of the thighs. Switch sides. I'll sometimes do like thighs and glutes. I like that sort of combination. This was good though, you know. A lot of people want thinner, slimmer inner thighs. And the thing about that is that, well, it's twofold. Number one, let's do a hamstring stretch. That's number one. No. Nutrition has to be paramount when you want to reduce body fat percentage, right? So that calorie deficit, but hopefully in a minimal way with a real big focus on your resistance training, right? And having that minimal deficit can mean that you reduce your body fat percentage. I feel a really great way to do that is through macronutrient tracking, so you can ensure you're getting adequate protein for muscle building, but you're in a deficit in a way that's nice and minimal, nice and slow, so that you're not also using your muscle as fuel for your workouts, right? So it's got to be a typical calorie deficit might be around 500 calories a day deficit. I'm just going to do this one here too. But I would suggest if you're trying to also maintain your lean muscle, right, is to make that more minimal. So 250 to 300 calories a day. It's going to take you longer, there's no doubt, but then at least you don't run the risk of losing muscle as well. So prioritize protein, do your strength resistance training, and then have that minimal calorie deficit. That's a good solution for reducing overall body fat percentage, which eventually, if you reduce it to a specific number, you're going to see that reduction of fat all over the body, right? Now, there is a big component of, can you spot reduce? I want to lose fat here, here, here. Sort of, and let me get to that. Not really. So the not really means that your body's going to lose fat wherever it does first. And oftentimes it'll be in our upper body, right? People tend to lose it in their face, neck. You can see a difference, boobs sometimes, and often last in the lower body. But again, it depends on who you are and body shape and all of that. But if you get to a low enough body fat percentage, you're going to see a difference in those areas. There's no question. So, let's cross over, reach up and hinge. Now, there is a study that has been out, Menno Henselman, you can look it up, say Menno Henselman's study spot reduction, and you'll see. Let's cross the other way. So one of the factors is that so they did a study where they trained people who were only doing upper body exercises, upper body workouts, and lower body workouts versus, right? So one group was lower, one was upper, and they looked at body fat reduction in those areas over a period of 6 months. I think the study was. Anyway, the people who were doing upper body only reduced more body fat percentage in the upper body. The people who were doing lower body only reduced more body fat percentage in the lower body. So it sort of stands to reason. So they were like, well, what's the mechanism? What's happening? Well, what's happening is when we hit more exercises in those specific muscle groups, we're oxidizing and mobilizing the fat pads, the fat cells in those areas. You're definitely increasing heat in that area, which can help aid in additional burning of that fat as fuel. So the more exercises you do in a specific area, the hotter the muscle gets, the hotter the area gets, the more fat can burn. And then based on that study where they just did upper versus lower body, it's kind of stands to reason that if you're training a specific part more frequently, then you're definitely going to see an increase in fat burning in that area. But again, if you're like, well, I don't believe in it, that's okay, I don't care. You can go check out this study. I was convinced that, there's definitely a way to increase your fat burning in a specific area by increasing more exercises in that area. Similarly, they did a study in men where they were only doing abdominal exercises. And what they saw was a huge increase in abdominal wall muscle activation, but then they also saw a reduction in fat percentage based on that study for that. So do with that what you will, but I should say those studies were done in collaboration with that calorie deficit that I was talking about at the beginning. So it's not, you still can't out-train a bad diet. You got to do both but if you want to lose body fat in a specific area, it might be wise to incorporate more exercises in that specific area. All right, do with that what you will. See you all in the next workout.